Oops, you did it again. You fell behind in school. Don't be scared. Hi, my name is Mallory Grimste. I'm a mental health therapist, and whether you fell behind because of a depression flare-up, friendship troubles, or relationship problems in general, or something else entirely, I am here to help you. So we talk a lot about the strategies that you need to get caught up in school without ruining your mental health. I'm about to share that with you today in this video. Part one is you have to prepare. Now, you know I can't talk about mental health without talking about coping skills. They are a key ingredient to maintaining your mental health and emotional control. And that's why I created the coping skills crash course. So if you want a deeper dive into that, definitely check that out in the link below. But in this video, I'm just going to keep it neutral and just remind you to use your coping skills. This is going to be an emotional journey. You're going to have a lot of thoughts and feelings and experiences along the way. Some in anticipation of getting caught up, some in regards to looking back on how did we get here, and some it's just going to be enduring the pain of having to actually do the work. Coping skills are key here because they will help you hang in there through the intensity of that emotional journey, no matter what. The second thing you've got to do to prepare is you got to get clear on your ultimate goal. Now, of course, your ultimate goal is probably in the short term to get caught up on your schoolwork, but I want you to zoom out bigger. What is the bigger reason or the bigger purpose for why you're even wanting to get caught up in school? Is it because you want to graduate on time? Is it because you want to be done with the stress and anxiety? Is it some other reason? Get clear on how this will help you in whatever your values are. I find it extremely helpful when you can focus on creating goals aligned with your values, not necessarily on the outcome. So an outcome in this situation would be to get caught up on your school, but a value-based goal would be, I want to get caught up in my school so that I have more free time to hang out with my friends without stressing out. See how that works? Think a little bit on what is important to you now and in the long-term future, and how will completing this schoolwork and getting caught up in school help you achieve those goals, either more efficiently, less stressful, or even faster. And then the next thing that you want to do to prepare is get your supports ready. So these are your teachers, your guidance counselor, you want your parents if they are supportive, you want your mental health therapist, you want your coaches, you want your friends, you want them all to be on board for this time period. You need a little extra help and support and encouragement so that you can get your schoolwork done. Some of these people may have no idea how far behind you are in school or what else might have been contributing to that. And that's okay. You can choose when and how far to go in terms of getting them caught up on your personal struggles. But the key thing here is you want to choose safe and responsible people who will help you, guide you, and support you on this journey. We know that having positive, healthy connections helps our mental health, and this is no different. When it comes to your schoolwork journey and getting caught up, it can be daunting. And so knowing that you have a buddy in there, whether it is for accountability or venting or support or encouragement, that is going to be really useful and helpful here. Okay, so now that you've prepared, you are ready for phase 2, and that is facing the beast. The homework beast. So there's a few parts to this section. The first thing is you have to actually get clear on what it is that you have to get caught up on. You can't get started if you have no idea what it is that you're starting on. So making a list of all your outstanding assignments. And because we know school doesn't hit pause while we're catching up, go ahead and keep this separate of your catch-up list. We're going to talk about what to do with your current and new assignments in a moment. But just for now, just focus on going through each of your classes and making a list of all your outstanding assignments. Now, please make this on your own list-taking capacity. So this could be writing it down on a piece of paper, using your notes app, a Google Doc, Google Sheets, whatever is going to work best for you and your needs and your way of thinking. I'm a pen and paper gal, but you could be doing something digital. That's totally okay. The key thing is don't rely on things like Google Classroom or Blackboard or whatever online learning platform your teachers are using. And if you are getting stuck in, you're not really sure like what assignments you have to do, use your guidance counselor or reach out to your teachers directly and ask them for a list of outstanding assignments and making sure that you are eligible to make this up. Okay, so part of facing the beast is staying current. So once you have your list of outstanding assignments, don't work on those yet. I want you to work on newly assigned assignments. So if you are constantly, chasing the ball in the past, you're never going to quite catch up. It's going to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not making any progress because as I'm working on this backlog of assignments, I just keep getting more added to the list. So you want to keep a separate tracking ability on your current assignments as they come in, and you want to focus on those first. Prioritize current assignments over the backlog. Trust me here, it will make a difference, because what will happen is rather than, okay, I'm working from the back end and my list just keeps growing and my back end keeps following behind it and you're just kind of like pushing out, what will happen instead is you'll get more of an accordion effect. If you start current here and here's like your backlog, as you are staying current and your backlog is catching up, eventually this gap will close, and that is pretty cool. So make sure that you are prioritizing your current assignments over your backlog. I'll get to what to do with that backlog in a moment. That's part of phase 3, but we're not quite there yet. There's one more part to phase 2 of facing the beast. And that comes to prioritizing your list. After you have your backlog of assignments, your outstanding assignments all ready to go, I want you to go through and categorize the different assignments in terms of importance, in terms of due date, in terms of how much energy it will take. Use a system that's going to work best for you and the way your mind and body works. I don't necessarily recommend categorizing them in each of those different categories. Everybody's going to work a little bit different. For myself, I tend to work in terms of like time and energy management, but somebody else could be like, okay, I need to do the hardest assignments first. I need to do the easiest assignments first. Whatever ranking capability is going to be useful and helpful for you. So if you are coming out of a depression or high anxiety state, you might approach this a little bit different. Somebody who is backlogged on their schoolwork and needs to get caught up because they've been so depressed and it feels so overwhelming and daunting that they just like don't take action, and it just makes them feel worse and worse and worse. There's a lot of energy that comes with that, so I'd probably recommend focusing on how much effort and energy and focus each of the assignments takes, because the thing is as you are working and healing through your depressed mood, and your depressed mood will ebb and flow. There will be worse days, there will be better days along your journey. When you hit like a better day, that's the time to work on a high effort, high concentration assignment. The days where it is like, you're just glad that you brushed your teeth today. Like those are the days to use low energy, low concentration, low effort assignments. So categorizing them ahead of time will make it a lot easier based on what you need when the time comes to work on these assignments. So let's roll into phase 3, and that is actually doing the work. So if you've been staying current and caught up on your current assignments, you've got your backlog of assignments, there's a few things that I would highly recommend that make doing the work a lot easier. So the first thing is I would definitely clear your workspace. Take the time to declutter, get organized, get your materials, not just your working materials, but your coping skill materials, your self-soothing materials, your self-care materials. So for myself, I always make sure that I have a glass of water nearby because your girl gets thirsty. This is thirsty work. Benefit of that is not only does it help me keep hydrated, drinking water is one of my favorite coping strategies when I'm feeling really overwhelmed or stressed out, or I just need to like pause and take a break. Doing something while I'm taking that break helps me. It's self-soothing. So it's kind of like I don't know, like triple, quadruple whammy for me. You might use something totally different. Whatever is going to make your workspace manageable, I would definitely recommend only putting the assignment or assignments that you plan to work on at that time on your workspace. So if you're working at the kitchen table, clear off as much as you can, and your working space will just be the stuff that you need to complete the assignment or the task that you're focusing on for this study session. The next thing that I would highly recommend is to work with time limits. So for myself, I'm a huge fan of Pomodoros. It is where you set a timer and you work or focus on one task or series of tasks for 25 minutes, and then you take a 5-minute bio break. So by bio break, if you're not familiar with that, that is where you take care of your biological needs on this break. So get up and move around and stretch, grab a glass of water, use the bathroom if you haven't in a while, taking care of your biological needs, grabbing a snack. All of these things will help sustain your energy, your motivation, and your focus for your next Pomodoro of 25 minutes on. And so you can totally break this down however you want. I like the 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off breakdown. Some people prefer to work for 45 minutes, take a 15-minute break. Some people an hour. Do whatever is going to work best for you. I would not recommend going more than an hour without a break. Our minds aren't really meant to be go, 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 go like that. You will burn out really quickly. You'll feel defeated. You won't get as much done because you'll be tired and groggy. So just pay attention to the way your mind and body works and roll with that. And you can test this out a few different ways. The key here is to maintain your self-care. While you're doing the work, before, during, after, even after you get caught up on this, a lot of the things that contribute to us getting behind on our schoolwork and that impacting our mental health is that we kind of let self-care go to the wayside. We're like, I'll take care of myself later. I've got to prioritize my schoolwork first. And I will totally make the case that there are definitely certain scenarios and times where completing your schoolwork is a self-care practice. But I'm talking about the bigger daily, day-to-day self-care maintenance kind of stuff. These are kind of the things that I talk about in Self-Care Bingo for Teens, which is included for free in the self-care bundle. If you want to get like a jump start on your self-care practices, I highly recommend that you sign up to get instant access to all the resources in the self-care bundle. It is a free online catalog of a ton of different self-care resources that I have created and curated just for you, some of which are here on YouTube, but in the self-care bundle, it is ad-free, so you don't have to worry about being in the moment, getting all zen, and then boom, here's an ad for, I don't know, some face cream. Maybe not the kind of self-care you're looking for in that moment. But these are definitely a lot of resources that you can make use of on your bio breaks too. And by maintaining your self-care, you will help to safeguard your emotional control and your mental health as you are going through this stressful time of getting caught up on your schoolwork without beating yourself up. So taking care to pay attention and allow yourself some self-compassion. You are a human being. This is a moment of suffering. It will pass and it will get done because it has to. Stay kind to yourself. This is really, really hard work. You are doing a massively good thing by taking the time and care to get set up and structured and creating a plan to get caught up on your schoolwork. And don't forget that if you are feeling just so overwhelmed, you're not even sure where to start or how to start, reach out to your guidance counselor or your teachers directly and ask them for some guidance and some help. They may help you be able to reprioritize your list. They may even bundle or tell you like what assignments to just kind of let go of, like take the 0. It's not going to negatively impact your grade too much. Doing that will take a huge stress off of your plate. Definitely don't forget to sign up for that self-care bundle. It will absolutely help you along the way. Thanks for watching.